Welcome back to GameSpot's week-long Steam Early Access extravaganza of video games, knowledge, and fun. I'm your host, Chris Waters, here to guide you through games that you can pay for and play today, even though they're still in development. Today's destination is space! A lot of games love space, but not a lot of games focus on getting to space. As JFK, the Soviets, and Martin Gaston found out, getting to space is hard. The only difference is Martin figured out his lesson playing Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, that's the only difference.
I am no good at building things. Christ, I can barely assemble a sandwich, so I'm rubbish at Kerbal Space Program, a game about constructing spacefaring vessels and then flying them around the solar system. Even after playing it for a few hours, I reckon it would be easier to construct an actual real-life spaceship out of old Star Trek DVDs than it is to build one that can land successfully on the bloody moon in this game. Right now, Kerbal Space Program is more of a sandbox adventure rather than a game that has any sense of overarching objective. So most of the time you'll be making your own fun and accidentally killing your crew for the 50th time today. But recent patches, specifically 0.22, have added in more structure, incorporating R&D elements and making the whole thing feel more like you're the boss of an enterprising yet incompetent space program, rather than just a rubbish engineer and pilot. Kerbal Space Program is such a huge simulation that it's tough to say where it might end up in the next few years, although I'll probably still be exploring 2/3 of my ships on the trusty Kerbal launchpad. The game is currently up to version 0.23, which shows just how far it is from being in any way finished, but even now it's a fantastic and unique experience. As for me, I'm still trying to get to the moon and back, which pretty much makes me a beginner in the universe of the game, with more advanced people heading out to explore Jool and Eeloo. That kind of stuff can come later, because I've got my goal, and one day my poor and almost certainly doomed Kerbals will get a handful of you onto the surface of that moon.
So you're in space. Now what? Cruise to Alpha Centauri on a spaceship? Go get a space drink in a space bar with some space aliens? Get real, people. We live in a post-Minecraft world. If you want to fly it, you gotta craft it. Here's Rob Handlery with Space Engineers.
Have you ever spent hours on a Lego ship just to see it thrown into a wall and explode? Well, if you're the type that can pick up the pieces and start over, Space Engineers might be for you. This open-world space sandbox lets you build enormous ships where the size is limited to the time you put in. Calling it Minecraft in space rings some truth, but you don't just build ships in Space Engineers, you battle with them. There's a sense of grand scale Space Engineers is aspiring towards. Mining resources to build your ship is part of it, but the game at heart strikes deep with the sci-fi fan. Its early access community has already posted pictures of some incredible work. Your first ship will most likely be in the scrapyard, but the drive to build another one never gets thrown out. And if the hours of work spent building a failure ship frustrates you, smashing it to smithereens is a great way to let some steam out. Space Engineers is moving in the right direction, but the current lack of multiplayer makes your warship building feel pointless. Multiplayer will make or break Space Engineers. Until then, well, you're gonna have to tough it out in a cold, quiet space.
They say in space, no one can hear you scream. But in the cramped, twisting corridors and tiny rooms of an ill-designed space station, no one can't hear you scream or talk to your mother-in-law or poop or anything. Tom McShay took a whack at building a better base in Spacebase DF-9. Let's hear what he thought.
A chicken man moved into my base. He's kind of a braggart and his gangly arms are downright creepy, but he seems to have a way with plants. Honestly, there aren't many roommate options when you're setting up a space habitat. After constructing the necessities, you know, things like oxygen tanks, sleeping quarters, a bench press, you just have to cross your fingers that a passing alien fancies moving into your abode. Your citizenry spends time doing jumping jacks and playing video games, and might even do something important if they feel like it. Assign miners to collect resources and technicians to maintain your equipment. Bartenders help everyone forget that their loved ones are thousands of light years away. And if a derelict ship is sniffing around, Send a security team to politely fire laser beams at the potential usurpers. Remember, it's not just any old space base, it's your space base. You know how it's supposed to be lonely in space? Well, that's unfortunately true here. Despite how affable your people are, there's just not that much to do right now. Once you build all the different rooms, it's just a matter of tinkering with decorations and hoping you don't get caught in an asteroid shower. Or maybe you welcome a little chaos. Just look at them stomping their feet to extinguish the flames. How precious. It might be too early to take the plunge on Spacebase, but keep it on your radar.
I hate to be the one to bring this party crashing back down to Earth, but it's over. Leave a comment and get out. Tune in tomorrow for the next episode in our week-long Steam Early Access series, but seriously, it's over. We're done. Water's out.